Welcome to Honeybee Yoga Studio. I release new yoga classes every week aimed at yogis of all levels, so if that sounds like your thing, please hit that red subscribe button below. And good morning, yogis. Thanks for joining me for a quick yoga flow to start our day off right. A morning rise and shine. We're going to stretch through our hips, through our shoulders, and feel fantastic for our day ahead. So let's get started lying down on our spines. Let those legs go long. Let the spine feel long in the earth, your arms wide beside you. Let's just take 2 big breaths here. Big inhale, big exhale. Let's do that one more time. A big inhale, fill that belly, fill our chest. And then a big exhale. Let's bring a bend into that right knee, and let's pull that right knee into our belly. We'll bring our hands behind the bend of our knee to hug our thigh towards our abdomen, our belly, and just give it a little massage, side to side. As we move this morning, maybe we're thinking about all of the fun things we're going to do today. Maybe we're thinking about some things we're really grateful for, and just keeping our mind in a positive space. After moving that right knee from side to side, let's lengthen that right leg high up to the sky. Let's take some rotations through our ankle in one direction, and then let's rotate that ankle in the opposite direction. Going to bring that right knee back towards our belly. Let's take that right hand and place it atop our right knee, and we're going to slowly open that right knee to the right side. Our left hand lays heavy on our left hip, making sure that left hip, that left bum cheeker stays pressing into the earth. Supporting that right knee, opening to the right side. If we'd like to, we can extend our right leg long, maybe bringing a stretch in through that inner thigh, our hamstring. And then we'll bring a bend back into that knee if we've brought one there. And then we'll bring that right knee to come to stack above our right hip. Let's take that left hand, bring it to the outside of our right knee, and we're going to gently pull that right knee towards the left side. That right hip may come to stack above your left. And only letting that right knee come as close to the ground as feels good for you. Let's take another breath here. Maybe we feel some opening through that low spine as our spine rotates. And then let's bring that right hip back to the earth. Let's bring our left knee into our chest. Give both knees a big hug into our tummy. And then let's lengthen that right leg long. So once again, we'll bring those hands to come underneath the bend of our left knee this time. And we'll take a couple breaths to kind of hug that left knee, left thigh into our abdomen, our belly. Just kind of giving our intestines a little massage. And this time we'll be using our left hand to open to the left side. So eventually we'll release those hands from under our knee. That left hand will support our left knee, and let's open that left knee to the left side. Right hand heavy on our right hip. Taking slow breaths. And again, option to extend that left leg long if that feels good. And then And we'll bring a bend back into that left knee. Bring that left knee atop the left hip. We're going to take our right hand to the outside of our left knee, and we're going to start to pull that left knee to the right side. So just like the opposite side, it's up to you how far that left knee is going to go over. Your left hip may stack above your right hip, and only going as far as feels good for you. Let's take a couple of breaths here. Again, we're trying to keep our thoughts, that inner dialogue, just focused on our practice right now, staying in the moment. Let's take one more breath here. And then we'll slowly bring that left hip back to the earth. Let's extend that left leg long and bring some rotations through that left ankle. Let's go in the opposite direction. And then let's pull both knees into our chest again. We'll bring our left hand to our left knee, right hand to our right knee. Let's start to use our hands to encourage those knees to make some big circles. So maybe pulling those knees apart, going wide, pressing away from you, and then squeezing together as those knees come back towards your belly. Maybe you keep your knees together and make big circles that way. Whatever feels best for you. We're just inviting some natural and organic movement in through those hips. Bring some warmth into our legs. We might feel it in our low belly, maybe in our spine. If we're moving in one direction, we'll move in the opposite direction. If we're moving organically, we'll just take a couple more breaths here. Eventually, we'll feel our knees come atop those hips. Hugging those knees into our chest, let's let our knees fall all the way to the left side. We'll let our arms go wide like a big T, and we'll bring our gaze to our right hand. So we're just taking a deeper spinal twist here. Maybe that left hand comes atop your right knee, encouraging those knees to stay down. And let's take 2 long breaths, maybe visualizing that breath as it travels from your tailbone and twists all the way up to the crown of your head. With our exhale, we'll move to the opposite side, bringing our gaze up to the ceiling. Our knees fall to the right side, and our gaze comes out the left. This time, maybe that right hand comes atop our left knee. Let's enjoy, again, 2 or 3 long breaths here, feeling that twist come through our spine in the opposite direction. And this time on our exhale, we're going to shift our body so that our shoulders stack and our gaze comes in the same direction as our knees. So we're kind of huddling in a small little ball. When we're ready, that left hand will press into the earth so we can lift our torso. We're going to lift through a seated posture, and we're just going to turn around so we can come onto hands and knees in our version of tabletop. That spine has had lots of rotating action, so kind of twisting. Let's bring a little bit of flexion and extension by taking a deep inhale, letting that belly button drop, gaze lifts, and our spine smiles and our happy little cow. And then using our exhale, pressing hands and knees into the earth, that spine reaches up to the sky, frowning like an angry cat. Gaze comes to our knees. Let's use the flow of our own breath to take a few more cat and cows, bringing in any organic movement that feels good for you. I'd like to bring a bend into my elbows so I can kind of sink my chest forward a little bit as that extension and flexion waves through my spine. As we move, feeling that breath travel through our body. Feeling all of those sensations as our muscles stretch. We'll find ourselves coming to stillness in tabletop. Let's lengthen that right leg long behind us. Really stretch that right leg far away. We're going to take a big inhale, lifting that heel. And as we exhale, we're going to bend into that knee and step our right foot forward. Totally fine if we need to shimmy that right foot to get it all the way to the front of our mats. We're going to lift our torso so we can come into a low lunge. Taking any adjustments that feel good for us. I'm going to bring my hands to my front thigh. Let's feel those hips just gently sink forward. I like to use the metaphor of our hips being the hammock and our knees being the trees holding that hammock. So our hips can feel very organic, very fluid as they sink forward, supported by those sturdy knees. We can hang out here if we'd like to bring another rotation through our spine. We're going to bring our hands to come to prayer in front. Feel that heart lift, crown of our head lifts as we inhale. And then as we exhale, let's bring that left elbow towards our right knee, the outside of that right knee. We're going to use that elbow to knee connection for a little bit of leverage to open our hearts to the right side. Let's hang out here for 3 full breaths. Exhale and sink forward. Release some tension from any of your muscles. Inhale, feel that long spine. We'll take our last exhale to release our hands. Let's lift them up to the sky. Lengthen that front right leg. Give that right foot a little wiggle. And then as we exhale, we'll bend back into that right knee, hands to the earth, and let's step that right knee back behind us. Let's take any shimmies, any shakes, wiggles and wobbles, and then we'll lengthen that left leg long behind us. So again, we're really reaching that foot behind us, lifting through the heel as we inhale. We'll exhale and step that left foot forward. Again, it might take a few shimmies to get our left foot all the way up to the front. Eventually we'll lift, feel a nice tall torso, and maybe support our upper body by placing our hands on our thigh. Once again, we feel sturdy through those knees. And we're letting those hips sink forward. Let's hang out here for feeling good. Or if we'd like to add that twist, we'll bring our hands back to prayer. Taking an inhale to lift through our heart, lift through the crown of our head. And as we exhale, that right elbow will come to the outside of our left knee. Once again, using that elbow to knee connection to kind of leverage our upper body to twist it to the left side. Once again, we'll hang out here for 3 full breaths. Let's use that last exhale to release our elbow, lift those fingertips tall, lengthen that front left leg long. Bringing a bend back into that front left knee. We're going to bring our hands back to the floor. We're going to do a little shimmy, a little transition. We're going to take that back right foot and we're going to kickstand it. We're going to pop it behind us. We're going to walk our hands in front of that right knee. And that left leg is going to extend long to the left side. Let's walk those hands towards our torso so we can lift up onto that right knee. And you can see we're meeting in our ballet bridge. Long left leg, hips stacked above that right knee. Let's take a big inhale and reach tall. We're going to exhale, reach that right hand to the left side. Left hand walks down our left leg. Maybe we can take that gaze up towards the sky. Hopefully we feel a generous opening through that right side body. One more big inhale. Oh, and as we exhale, let's come back up through neutral and bring those hands back to the earth. We're going to move into a forward fold here. I realize it already feels like we're forward folding. Can we forward fold anymore? Yes, we can. We're going to walk our hands to be about halfway between that left foot and our right knee. You might feel a deeper stretch through that left inner thigh. And we're going to start to walk our hands away from our body. As our chest melts forward, we come into a kind of bowing puppy. So those fingertips reach forward. Our tailbone continues to pull behind us. Those legs stay right as they are as our head bows towards the earth. Hopefully we feel a generous opening through the backs of those shoulders, our shoulder blades. Let's take a couple big breaths here. And as you inhale, see if you can send that breath to that little space between your shoulder blades. And as you send your breath there on the inhale, feel your rib cage expand 360 degrees all the way around. Let's take one more breath here. And then using our exhale, when we're ready, we'll start to walk those hands back towards our body. Let's bring that left knee beside its partner. Take a shimmy and a shake. And we'll extend that right leg to the right side. Once again, coming tall. Those hips stacking above our left hip. Let's inhale our fingertips up to the sky. Oh, and then we'll exhale, right hand walks down our right leg, left hand reaches to the right side. Again, if we can, we'll bring that gaze up to the ceiling and take a generous opening through that left side body. Couple breaths here, keeping our focus in this moment. Not worrying too much about the day ahead, unless maybe there's something we're really excited about. Let's take one more breath here before exhaling and coming tall. Let's bring those hands into the earth in front of that left knee. So once again, we're going to walk our hands to be about halfway between that left knee and our right foot. Keeping that tailbone pulling behind us, we're going to start to walk our hands forward, bowing our head. And as those fingertips stretch away, our chest begins to melt towards the earth, and we feel that back body begin to open again. We'll once again take about 3 breaths here. Really focusing on sending our inhales to expand our rib cage. One final breath. And then using that exhale to walk our hands forward. We're going to bring that right knee to come beside its left partner. We're going to tuck our toes behind us so we can lift our knees off of the earth. And we're going to stretch those legs long, hands in front of us. Let's heel toe our feet to come wider than hip distance apart. Those toes are pointing away from us. Then let's start to sink our tailbone towards the earth. We're coming into our deep squat. If you'd like to place a pillow or a cushion to sit on that instead of just letting your tailbone reach to the earth, that can feel fantastic. Eventually, if we can, we'll lift those fingertips off of the earth. We can always keep them down for some support and balance. If we lift those fingertips off of the earth, let's see if we can open our palms to the front of our practice area, pressing those triceps into our knees, giving ourselves one last big hip opener. Let's take 2 more big breaths here. Big inhale. And exhale. Another big inhale. This time as we exhale, we'll tilt forward, bring those hands back onto the earth. We'll bring our knees down onto the earth, tops of our feet press down, and we'll bring our sit bones to come towards our heels, and we'll come into a kneeling posture to close our practice together. Let's bring those hands down by our sides, palms open in front of us. Let's take a few breaths here, and if you're comfortable too, we'll let those eyelids get heavy. Maybe we shrug those shoulders up to our ears, and as we exhale, let them melt away. Let's take a few breaths, really feeling our chest open, our heart open. Let's bring a wiggle into those fingertips. And on our next inhale, let's sweep those fingertips wide, soak up all that good energy we just created. And then exhale our fingertips wide back to the earth. Let's do that one more time. Big inhale, fingertips wide. This time that gaze comes up to our hands as they meet above our heads. And let's melt those hands down to our heart in prayer. Let's close our practice together with a bow for our practice and a bow for ourselves. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you feel all warm and energetic, ready to tackle your day. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Maybe leave me a comment below and let me know what your favorite posture was this morning. And otherwise, I look forward to seeing you guys next time. Take care.